Hi, welcome back to All About the Alternative. I'm the Gadget Lady. Today I thought we would go into a little bit of an update about where we are with this channel. A few things that I've had on my mind, and I'm going to sort of cover a few things that I've sort of mentioned other places and other things, and some questions that I've actually received. So not a Q&A, but just a couple of things that I thought I'd go through and talk about. So hopefully you can stick with me and we'll have some fun today. I don't know how long this video will be, but let's see how it goes. So here we are. And I want to wish everyone a happy Easter because that's happening this weekend. And so that's up on my decorative chair here. And for those who have not gone back to any of my other channel, I've got this chair behind me. I thought I'd decorate this with different flags or different decorations, and that's all coming later, I suppose. But so I've got these flags that are all for different occasions and that. So I'm decorating as I go. If you've got any suggestions for me, you're always welcome to put it into the comments, or you can send me an email, as I seem to be receiving emails. And my gadgetladycanada at gmail.com. I've also been getting some scammers in there, so I've been trying to weed out emails that are not appropriate. And I'm finding that is very strange that they just sort of clued in on, hey, I put my email address on my YouTube, and so they're sending me things about things that they want me to sponsor or something like that. But I can tell that they're not, they're scams. Anyway, so I'm not going to get involved in that, not at all. So this is my saying here right now. If you like my video, great, put a comment. You can still email me if you'd like, but please don't email me about scamming. Okay, not my thing. Okay, so on we go with the rest of this though. I did start this channel 18 years ago. And I actually had two channels that I started. One was just for regular stuff that I was doing, and there was some other TV shows and things like that that I was into. And one thing I was really into was fine arts, performing arts and stuff like that. I was always huge and big on that for a long time growing up, and something I did in camp programs and stuff like that. So I really got into that. And so, no question, that's why I really was into fame. And back then, about 18 years ago, when it was being shown on TV, I wanted copies of it for myself. So I put it on videotape and turned it into an AVI file and an MP4 files or something like that. And so I had it all on digital, and I took all the performances out. I didn't have the long, I have the long shows, but I also had the performances and all the quotes and everything. And so I started putting that out on another YouTube channel, which was here. And of course, it was 18 years ago, and I've sort of developed that following, and it's been great. So I have a lot of subscribers that way. And so when I went to find out how I could do this and start doing my own channel, so many months ago, I was looking into it. I figured this one actually had the bigger following, and so I used the other one for if I'm going to be doing some other things, but this one right now I'm using for my actual channel, and I've revamped the whole thing into this channel, which is called All About the Alternative, and I'll get more into that in a few minutes. But so I actually started this channel with that, restarted it in December of 2023. And so I did a Christmas message on my other one, and then I switched over to this one when I realized that this one might have a better chance. And so I started that out, and I thought, well, okay, we're all in good. I have a full-time job. I'm not worried about making money off this. This is just to have some fun, and we'll see where it goes. Maybe if I can monetize the channel at some point, and I can make a little extra money, that's okay. I don't really care, because this is just for some extra fun, and I can only do it so often because I really don't have that kind of time to be, vlogging every day and putting a video out every day. We'll see. Maybe I might be able to do that in the future. But right now, I'm not setting myself up with any kind of like, I have to put a video out every Monday or something like that, because there are sometimes those days get, one day over the next gets really busy. And so I just don't have that kind of time that I can just sit in front of my computer like this and sit in front of my camera and go, have a vlog. And I'd love to be able to do that. I think at some point I'm going to get to that point where I'm going to be able to do that a lot more. And I'd love to do that. Anyway, so um, when I restarted this channel back in December, it was around the same time, oddly enough, that a certain person came out of jail. It was Gypsy Rose. And she had a PR team ahead of her coming out of jail. And so I don't know if that really, I'm assuming that actually did affect a lot of it, but she had, I don't know how many people on YouTube did an expose on her and 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 blew up all of their channels doing it, and then we've got ones that are doing daily updates on her and everything else. And so, of course, I'm looking at that and going, well, in a span of a few days of her coming out of jail, she had 1 million followers and 1 million, well, not followers, 1 million subscribers and watchers and viewers of what she was doing on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and everything. And and then you have all of them going, well, I don't know why she's doing so well. I don't know why she's doing, getting all these viewers and everything. Well, because you guys hyped her. Of course, she's going to get the views. That's why Gypsy Rose got the views. And I looked at that and went, okay, well, I know I'm not going to get those kind of views. I don't have some sort of uh, crazy thing that happened that I can start monetizing for that reason. That's not going to happen. So, whatever happens here. It's not a big deal. But I was kind of like, trying to figure out what can I do, what controversy can I stir up, and that, and I could put Gypsy Rose in every one of my titles, and that would have launched some extra views and that, and then there's that, the one other one that I do watch is Otter and all that stuff, and I'm always in the chats and that, and so when people do see me, I know that. So but I'm interested. I've gotten interested in everything that's happened with them, and so I could put that in my title of every single video I write or create, and get the views on that, and and then I can also put in every family vlogger that I've ever watched, and start commenting on them. And it's not to say I won't, because that's something I actually was looking at. I could do that too. And then I sort of sat back a little. We're 3 months in on this vlogging, and it's been fun. And I've got lots to go. I've got tons of stuff I can use for content, no problem. It's just timing and everything. But I would love to be able to do lots more. Sure, that's exactly where I'd love to be. But I have made a decision that as much as I follow all of those things, it's really not where this channel is. It really belongs. It's not that kind of channel. And I think I've got my own concept. I'm not using somebody else's concept to be doing my channel. So I think I'm better off in this way that I've got going now. And if not, you can write me in the comments and say you'd like me to comment on them, and maybe I will do a few more and talk a little bit about them. But as I'm doing this video now, I'm going to sort of bring up a couple of points, which I will bring up maybe at some point in the future, because as the alternative, I may do an alternative to to what's being seen on somebody else's channel. That's sort of where I parked this idea in. So as far as the whole family vlogging thing goes, I mean, I got into that because I had searched out actually. I know it was a few years ago that I had searched for a topic, And it just so happened that one of the family vloggers was doing a video on that topic that I was looking at, and I started watching it, and it just, it looked very good. They did have their family involved in that, in the story of what they were doing, and explaining the topic, and so that was really helpful. And then I started looking at some of their other videos, and mostly I didn't like what I saw. I actually, other than that video, there may have been a couple of others that were in that same topic, but the rest of them were talking about things about their personal things that were going on in their lives, and some things that maybe were better off not on YouTube, that I really didn't like. And so I was really against it at that point, and I probably found a couple of the commenters that that were watching them as well, and commenting on what they were seeing with the problems they were seeing, the same problems I was seeing on these bloggers. And then I heard something I didn't like on those vloggers. It's, come watch me, don't watch them. And wait, what? I mean, so you're going to get their view, their edited view of their content, of the content of somebody else that you're watching. You have perfectly right to watch their content as well as the edited content that's being commented on. It doesn't make sense. And most of the time I wasn't watching them, so I was watching the edited content. But you have a right to watch either one. I would never tell you don't watch somebody else. I mean, I would probably actually tell you go watch them, and try to tell them, hey, this is great. But then there's the ones that are doing some weird things to their families. They're uh, pranking their families and things like that, and I'm totally against that. I think back to when I was with my stepkids and my step granddaughter in that, and we recorded a lot. We actually had on VHS. We had to film every time we picked up and dropped off the kids, um, and we had other times we had concerts and things like that. And I have them all on digital now myself, but I have them on digital on a drive, and I would never post it on YouTube as far as I'm concerned. It's just too personal, and I mean, I've got lots of stories. I've got tons of incidences of things that I can talk about, and most of my friends all know them, but I can talk about them and say about them. But I don't think that putting all my videos, and even if I was today, I mean, my family's all in their adulthood now at this point, but if I was to do that, um, I don't think that would be appropriate either. Um, I wouldn't do it for content to make money on it. That's certainly wouldn't happen. Um, I maybe I would come on and do some, here's what I would do in this situation, which is what the alternative is supposed to be about, and it will be. There's tons coming in the future, and so that's where I'm going to probably, maybe I will bring up some of those stories and explain about them. I don't think it hurts anything to probably tell about something that happened 30 years ago at this point, but yeah, I wouldn't have be filming everything at this point. I'd like to do maybe some, maybe I'll go to some car shows and things like that I've been looking at doing, and some uh, fireworks that I can show and things like that. But I don't think I would actually show uh, the like if I was doing a family thing or something with my family, I don't think I would be specifically showing that, unless it's to show an explanation of something that we do or something. That might happen. I actually will look into that. But just to show what we do in maybe one of the rituals of, like, say, Hanukkah or something like that, I might just do that. But I, of course, would get my family's permission first, and that's important to me as well to do that. So yeah. So again, it comes back to the whole why the alternative, and so I got the questions in my email saying, why the alternative? Why are you calling yourself the alternative? Um, and so I have done the other video that I did about why I'm doing the alternative. Um, I wanted to kind of show off a little bit of, I do cook on the alternative because I have so many things that I can't eat, certain things that I put on my diet as well that, um, because they're important to what I do. Some of the kosher things that I do, some of the things I've done just because there are family members or friends that have different dietary needs, and so I have created an entire cookbook worth uh, of different alternative recipes and how to cook differently, maybe how to bake a little differently and stuff like that. And I will be getting to that. That's coming in the future, so hang on for that. Um, and also, having like showing what we do for something that's, for the Jewish religion. I've got other lifestyles that I'd like to show as well. So those are coming as well. I've been trying to plan for that. And yeah, okay, so alternative and also Gadget Lady. Well, I've always been referred to as Gadget Lady, and so that's why. It's I'm not trying to hide my name. My name is actually Ruth. Okay. And some people know me as Susie. Um, and so actually my first name is Ruth. My middle name is Suzanne. And as a thing on the internet, I also use Susie for that. So you've seen me as Susie. Um, so I'm not trying to hide that. And it's not necessary to hide that. I've just called myself Gadget Lady because that's something that has become a nickname of things because I have so many gadgets, and that's where this channel has become my special thing. That now I can do reviews of those products that I have, the gadgets that I have, um, and how to fix them and stuff like that. So that's all coming too. I mean, I'm saying this is 3 months in, and this is our 3-month report card, so to speak, and how I feel. And like I said, I'm not looking for this to be the big deal. This isn't my income. This is my fun spot. When I have a time to just sit down, mostly here, and just talk and tell you about things and maybe a review on something, or maybe something has happened in the news and we can talk about it. And so I'd like to do that. I'm probably going to be sort of transitioning this show, this channel, to do a little bit of maybe what's been happening in the news this week or something like that. But like I said, I'm not sticking to a day. I'm not sticking to a time to record. I'm not sticking to a schedule because I just don't have that kind of ability to say, hey, um, I'm going to be doing it every day at this time because my schedule just changes every day. So I look forward to someday that I could do that, but right now that's just not in the cards for me. So I'm going to close out this video here, and hopefully that you can give me a like and a subscribe, and look forward to more in the future. And you can give me a comment down below, and if you'd like to email me, you can still email me at the gadgetladycanada@gmail.com. However, please stop sending me scams and whatever it is that um, I don't even know why I'm being emailed on. Do I want to do something or whatever? I don't need any of that. But if you'd like to comment or you'd like to send me a question or something like that, no problem. I look forward to that. Okay, so I look forward to more in the future, and miracles happen every day.